Hello, I'm Katherine and welcome to my channel, Soverton Makery. I hope you're all really well. So today I thought we would have a little catch up because it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on here, and I thought I'd show you some makes that I've been doing over the last couple of weeks because I haven't done sewing for myself for absolutely ages. I seem to be making things for other people, but then the last 3 weeks I've just gone a bit mad and I've made myself about 4 things. So I thought it was about time I shared my makes and have a little bit of a catch up too. So before I forget, let me tell you what I'm wearing. I am wearing a Naya t-shirt in this fabulous viscose jersey. I think I bought it from a shop that's now shut. It's called Pins and Needles in Grey Shot. Sorry, messing with my hair. But yeah, the shop's now closed, but I absolutely love this. I can't remember if it's like a branded viscose jersey or whether it was just, yeah, well, I'm assuming it was a brand of some kind, but yeah, I absolutely love it. I love the colours in it, and it goes with loads of stuff, but yeah, I'm just wearing that with some ready to wear jeans today. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing, and today it is an absolutely stunner of a day outside. The sky is as blue as it can get. There is not a cloud in it. It is gorgeous, and it has been like this for the last couple of days here in England. It's absolutely lovely. Long may it continue. So yes, right, let's have a little catch up. So last time I saw you, it was Stitch Festival, and yeah, the last couple of weeks I've done a little bit more sewing. There's been Sew Frugal, which I will show you in a minute, and there's been lots of running. So yeah, as you well know, or as well some of you may know, but if you have recently subscribed, welcome. I am very grateful to have you here. I suspect quite a few of you have come over from my wonderful and very dear friend Sam, So Let's Sparkle, and if you have come over from our channel, thank you so much. But yeah, as you well know, and as Sam has been sharing, I am training for the London Marathon, which is in 3 weeks and 4 days, not long to go. So yeah, I've done lots of training. This week I managed to run 22 miles on Monday, which was great. I even managed to run past Buckingham Palace, and I thought, yeah, I'll be here in 4 weeks and then it will all be over. But yeah, I had a lovely run. I went through loads. I was working in London, so in the day I have the time free because I'm working nights with little babies, which is wonderful. But in the day I have been doing my runs, and yeah, on Monday when I did my run, I did some of the Thames towards Hammersmith and then back through Putney. Then I ran through bit of Wandsworth and Battersea, back over Battersea Bridge, then up to Hyde Park, then up to over Oxford Street, up to Regent's Park, past the zoo. I like to wave at the camels there. Then down through, back through Regent Street, down through Marylebone, and then I whizzed back into Hyde Park, and then to Buckingham Palace, and then back to South Kensington, where I'm staying in the day at the moment. So yeah, it was a full-on run. I saw lots of amazing parts of London. There were times when my legs were very tired, my legs were very achy, and for the last 2 days I have felt like I cannot walk up and down the stairs. My knees hurt, but they are starting to ease up, which is good. I think it was just the pounding of the pavements, and 22 miles is quite a lot, but it's all good. I know I can do it, which is great. But I need to say the most humongous thank you to my darling friend Sam. She is the most wonderful human in the world. She is a sparkly, shiny star in our world. We are so lucky to have her, and honestly, she lights up every day. She is an absolute delight, and I'm so lucky to call her my friend. And Sam has been so generous. So Sam went through her stash and decided some things she wanted to de-stash. And she said to me, Katherine, I'd like to de-stash them, and all proceeds go to Bliss, which is the charity that I'm raising money for when I do the London Marathon, a charity that's very close to my heart, as we have our little boy Sebastian, who was born at 27 weeks and spent 10 weeks in hospital before coming home on oxygen. It was quite the roller coaster, and Sam, love her, she had her very own little Premi as well in her baby Sparkle. So we are very lucky. So yeah, I think I'm so lucky to have Sam raise it, letting all the money that we've raised from her de-stash to go to Bliss. So I want to say a massive thank you and big love to my darling friend Sam. So thank you so much. You are a treasure and I love you. So yeah, I haven't quite got the complete totals yet, as we are just waiting to see the postage costs. We gave rough postage cost to everybody, but any like spare change, like 5-10p's here, there, we're going to add into the Bliss fund. And at the moment we're just under £200, which is absolutely amazing, which means that I'm only about 300 and something pounds off my target of £2,500 for Bliss, which I'm just blown away. I also need to say a massive thank you to anybody that has sponsored me on the Just Giving page. I've had quite a flurry of sponsors, and I've had some really generous ones too, and I'm really, really grateful for your generosity. It means the world to me, and it will mean the world to so many families like ours who are going through stressful times and emotional times with their little ones in hospital. So thank you so much. You are all amazing, especially Sam. Right, so I've had a little catch up about what I've been up to, what I'm doing this week. I'm at home today because Sebastian's got a concert tonight, so I'm going to go to that and then pop off to work afterwards, and then after work tomorrow I'm coming home and then packing because we're going to Belgium Centre Parks on Friday, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, I'll have to catch up with you when I'm back from there, but this video is probably going to end up going out whilst I'm in Belgium, but hey, I just thought I would let you know what we're up to. So yeah, let's get on with some makes. So should we start with my So Frugal make? So this make was a whip. It was a whip that I did not even know. Is it a work in progress if it's been cut out? Does it count as a work in progress? I mean, I suppose some progress has happened because it's been cut out, but I hadn't sewn a stitch on this. But this is the Peppermint Loungeset by Peppermint magazine, sorry. Yeah, it's the Peppermint Loungeset pajamas by Peppermint magazine, and it's also in association with Common Stitch. So yeah, they designed it together, and it's got this top and then these trousers. I will put in pictures so that you can see it as well when I'm not holding everything up. But yeah, so this is the top. I did a size D. Now I wrote these things down so that I would have them. A size D, the measurements for a size D are 36-inch bust, 29-inch waist, and a 40.1-inch hip. And the finished garment measurements for that are a bust of 55 inches, a waist of 43, and a hip of 40. I can't read my writing. I think 48. So yeah, that fit, and it fits me really well. The top has got a lot of ease, so you could possibly size down, but I mean, it's pajamas, you want it to be comfy. So yeah, and I made it out of this beautiful double gauze, absolutely gorgeous. And I got this from Just So Penrith, but I bought it about 2.5 years ago, so sadly it isn't available anymore, but I absolutely love it. And this was so speedy. So the top is literally, how many pieces? 4 pieces. So a back and a front facing for the neck, and then the front and the back, and it's really quick. It's just an overlock and turn over hem, yeah, a facing for the neckline that went in really easily, and then yeah, and then just hem it, and it's got this lovely scooped bottom, back at the hem at the back, and it's slightly higher at the front, and I really like it. And then I put a Little Rosy Cheeks label on it. These were the Little Rosy Cheeks labels that came in the Beyond the Pink Door first advent calendar. Aren't they fabulous? Was it advent calendar or was it, oh now I'm going mad, was it advent calendar or subscription box? Either way, it was a collaboration with the lovely Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door and the lovely Victoria from Little Rosy Cheeks. So yeah, that's the top half. Let me just show you the bottom half. So these are the pajama bottoms. They've got these fabulous deep pockets. Look at how deep they are. They're fabulous. And they are also attached into the waist band. So yeah, no saggy pockets. Rachael French Seams will love that. No flappy pockets. And yeah, they're just elasticated waist. Yeah, and they're cropped length. I mean, on me, this all fits really well. You'll see in some pictures, but I think if you're taller, you might want to lengthen them slightly. And then I put a lovely little label in also that was from the advent calendar from Becky's Sewing Studio last year. I thought that went quite well because of the leopard print. So yeah, really pleased with my So Frugal make. I'm really pleased that I managed to make these because I think I cut them out in September 23. So they've been waiting a while, and yeah, perfect timing that actually I could actually sew them up for So Frugal. And they really didn't take that long, so it just shows if you put your mind to it, you can get these things done, can't you? Just need to pull my finger out a bit more often, or find the time to do it. Right, let's move on to dresses. Let's go with the dress that I wore to Stitch Festival on the Friday, which is the Sew Over It penny dress. Now, you will have seen this quite recently, but I thought I'd just talk you through some of the measurements, some of the the sizing, and what I found the sew like and things like that. So this is a Sew Over It penny dress. I made mine in a size 10, straight size 10. And this is a fabulous dress because it's got quite a lot of ease in places. So as long as it fits you on the bust, it'll fit you everywhere else. So the size 10 is a bust of 35, a waist of 28 inches and a hips of 38 inches. Now, I am bigger than that on the waist and the hips by a good 2 or 3 inches. But the finished garment measurements give you an extra 10.5 inches of ease on the waist, and on the hips it gives you I need to do the maths there. It's about 25 inches. Is it? Yeah. I can't add up. Maybe more. It's 74 inches on the hips. I mean, yeah, loads of ease. But what's great is that obviously on the waist, it's an elasticated waist. Ding, ding. Don't know why I feel I need to show you that. You know what elastic is. But yeah, elasticated waist, and then it's almost a full circle skirt. So it's got loads of ease on the hips. So I find it really, really easy to fit. Now, I made it up in this gorgeous fabric, which is a Lady McElroy fabric. And I got this in a D-stash from Helen, Stitch Rip Repeat, a few years ago now. Been in my stash for a while. And yeah, I absolutely love it. And it's a whip. I've sewn up a whip, guys. Hooray. And I used these Pigeon Wishes buttons, which go so well, I think. And then I also put in this lovely label, which says, Hello Summer. And I did the So Let's Sparkle satin stitch. We're calling it the SSS. That was Rachael French Sue's idea, and she bought me these lovely labels, so thank you, Sam. I finally used one. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. So let's talk about the penny dress. So I think it's quite an easy sew. You've got these panels on the sleeves that you have to gather in, but then all of this, the button placket and the collar, is all really simple. It goes in really, really well. I don't find it tricky, really. I think actually if you've done a few dressmaking projects and you wanted to make a dress, I think this one would be a good one because you learn lots of things, but it's generally quite easy to fit, and probably the most taxing thing is putting in the collar and the buttons. So yeah, absolutely love it, the penny dress. I would like to make more. I absolutely love the colours of this one, but I would also like to make, there is a penny dress add-on pack where you can have trousers to make it into like a long jumpsuit or shorts to make it like a play suit. So must try and do one of those this summer because I'd absolutely love that. That probably will have more fitting issues because you've got trousers and crotch depths and things to think of, but yeah, the dress super easy to fit. One thing I will mention is that I'm quite short in the torso, and this fits me really well and hits me bang on the waist. So if you are taller than 5 foot, you may well need to lengthen this bodice and put the waist in somewhere different. The hem is always a bit of a pain to hem because it's a circle skirt, so I hung it for a day and let it drop, but then you've got to try and level it off. Without a hemming tool, like one of those puffy things, I found it really hard. I was just using my eye and just hacking it with scissors and hoping for the best. Got any tips on being able to hem a circle skirt when you're on your own? Any tips would be great. I did do what Sam suggested, which was to measure up from the floor with a ruler, and I did do that. That worked a little bit, but then it's when I laid it out and tried to cut it out, it's obviously just a circle. Like, it's very hard to tell whether you're going straight or not. So yeah, but very happy with my penny dress. That's my second penny, and yeah, very happy that I've got that to add to my wardrobe. Right, I'm just going to hang these things up here so they don't get all creased. You know what? For this video, I've had to do quite a lot of ironing. I just think, oh my goodness me, ironing takes such a long time. I'm normally one of these people, the clothes go in the wardrobe once they've been washed and dried, and then they come out and then I iron them ready to wear. So I literally will iron it that day. So I'm not very organised because I can't be able to spend hours and hours ironing when it might end up being something that I then put away for the next season and not wear. So yeah, I actually spent time ironing this morning. Right, next mate, let's go. Oh, sorry, had a wobble there. There was a dress underneath the stand. Oh, so sorry. Are you okay? Right, next dress is another dress I wore to Stitch Festival, which is the Lyra dress. Oh, it's got his arm tucked in the waist. Whoops, sorry. It's a Lyra dress. Oh, I haven't done the ties out around the waist, but you get the idea. It ties it around here. So this is the Lyra dress by Tilly and the Buttons, and I made it in this gorgeous needle cord, which I got from Fabrics Galore. Not in stock anymore at Fabrics Galore, but it is in stock at Empress Mills. And if it's still in stock there, I will put a tag for it below, because somebody asked me and I did a little Google image search and found it. But absolutely gorgeous. I love this, and I entered this in for the So Yellow for Endo because it had little yellow flowers in. I think they're little pansies or violets. So yeah, and then I use these buttons that were in the Becky's Sewing Studio advent calendar again, and then also the label as well. I thought it all toned quite nicely. But yeah, this is the Lyra dress. I made it. I will put in some other pictures of me wearing it. But yeah, I made it in the long sleeve and the short length on the, on the length. I didn't put the extra tier on. I also made little like belt loops. I don't know if you can see here. Instead of you're meant to make like thread loops to get your belt to stay at the waist. But I find that actually they, I feel like they're not strong enough for something like a needle cord. Right, on like a viscose. So I made these little belt loops to put the belt through, and I think that worked really well. I'll put some pictures in whilst I'm chatting. But the Lyra, I made it ages ago, so I just need to look in my book and see what measurements, because I just kept it the same. I didn't change anything. Although I have noticed something, that the first Lyra I made, I think I took an inch out of the bodice length. That's a pretty standard adjustment for me in quite a lot of things I make. And I found that a little bit short. So then I added that back in for a viscose one that I made. And then I found that the waist had dropped quite a lot. And I think that was fabric type, not necessarily the measurements, because viscose actually drapes more. The waist hung lower. So, and then I took I think I just put 2 centimeters, took 2 centimeters back off. So just wiggling around with the depth of the bodice loads, for this one. And actually this one I think sits just above my waist, probably by about 2 centimeters. So I think I need to add that back on. So I think what I need to do is bear in mind what fabric I'm making the Lyra out of. So if it's a more structured woven, like a chambray or a needle cord like this one, I will add that 2 centimeters back onto the bodice. I think if I'm doing it in a viscose or more drapey fabric, I'm going to take that 2 centimeters off. Just a little something. It's just something I noticed and I thought I'd mention it. So what have I done for the Lyra? So the Lyra, I do a standard size 3, which fits my measurements. And then I graded to a 2 at the shoulders. And oh yeah, I've written here that I always put the collar on the wrong way around. I got the collar the right way around this time. Third time lucky, huh? So yeah, I love the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra. I think it's a brilliant dress. I must make some more. And I love it has pockets. It's a great dress, and I think I'll wear this quite a lot even in the spring. I know it's got long sleeves, but I think without tights and things, I just wore it with trainers to Stitch Festival, and it was lovely to wear. So yeah, a real winner, that dress. Right, one more make to go. I am going to do another makes video in a couple of weeks' time with some bags, because I've made quite a lot of bags recently. One is sneaking in now, but I've made quite a lot of bags recently, and I think I'd like to dedicate a whole video to the bags that I've made, and talk through them, and show you the details and things. So that will come up soon. So yeah, I thought I'd just do dressmaking, like clothes that I've made in this video. Right, the next one to show you is what I wore to Frocktails. I just love this dress. I love the fabric, I love the dress, I love what a fabulous time we had. But yeah, this is the Magnolia dress, and I know in the Frocktails video I didn't really talk much about it, so I thought I'd go through some details of the pattern. So this is the Magnolia Deer and Doe. It's got a lovely bow at the back, it's got a V-neck wrap, and it's got a, wherever it is, there's a big slit that comes quite high up on the thighs. And I also made the matching bag. So yeah, really pleased with that. Let me talk you through it whilst I put some pictures in and things. So the Magnolia, where do we begin? There was a lot of things that had to happen to this one. So my measurements put me at a 40 on the bust, a 44. These are sizes, not bust, not measurements. 44 on the waist and 44 on the hips. So I did a twirl. I twirled it in some fabric that I got off the swaps table once. And it was absolutely huge. I was like, oh my goodness. I did have an inkling it was going to be big because I think I've made deer and doe patterns before in a 38. So I thought, this does seem quite big, but you got to go with your measurements, don't you think? So I went back to the drawing board, scratched my head a bit and thought, well, this is just ridiculous. It's massive. So cut out another twirl number 2. Because it was so big, to make the adjustments, I might as well have just cut out a new one. So that's what I did. So then twirl 2, I did a 38, size 38 on the bust, which is what I've been in previous patterns, graded to 40. So that's one size down on the bust, 2 sizes down the waist and the hips. Yeah, graded to 40 at the waist and the hips. And this worked really well, although I did need to then take out, I needed to move the shoulders forward because they were slanting back, which meant the bodice at the back was drooping down. So I did a forward shoulder adjustment of 1 centimetre. I then also took out, where was it? Oh yeah, I took out 1 centimetre of the princess seam. It was started at 1 centimetre at the armhole because you know the princess seams start about here, don't they? I graded from about 1 centimetre all the way down to the waist at about 0.5. So took a wedge out of that princess seam. To be honest, I could have taken out more, I think, at the bust. Not so much at the waist, but at the bust. Yeah, I just don't have big boobies. They just don't have them. So yeah, I just didn't fill the dress. So yeah, I definitely could have taken out a bit more on the princess seam. And then also I made the mistake. I did do there's 2 V-neck options and I did the higher one. It looked almost like I'd done the lower one because where I'd done the forward shoulder adjustment, that meant that the V was then sitting lower. So what I should have done was then raise the V. Hadn't thought about that. But luckily, Sam came to my rescue and she had loads of safety pins. So we safety pinned me in. But yeah, I'm so pleased. Oh, I must put this picture in here. I was cutting out the skirt pieces and I sent this to a couple of my lovely friends and I held it up and I literally had the skirt here and it hit the floor. And I was like, I think I'm going to have to remove some of the length. It was ridiculous. So in the end, I did remove 6 inches of the length of the skirt and then it was just right. And then I also raised the slit by about 4 inches because the slit was like almost at my knees. So it didn't look quite right. It's just the proportions. So yeah. Yeah, I was really pleased with it. I absolutely loved wearing it and I would make it again. It was interesting. There are a few Magnolias at Frocktails in Plymouth. Yeah, it's a popular dress to make for an evening, I think. And yeah, I'm hoping I get another chance to wear it again because it's such a lovely, lovely dress. And then I made the matching bag, which is the Sew Over It bow bag. And then I've got this lining inside. Oh, there's the safety pin I used when I went to Frocktails that Sam gave me. And yeah, I just used this little cotton for the lining. I can't remember if I showed you the bag before. But yeah, really nice, simple make. It looks really snazzy, but it's actually really easy. It's just 2 rectangles that you box out at the bottom just a tiny bit. And then it's got the bow on the front. But yeah, really enjoyed wearing that and really enjoyed making that. So yeah, that's my recent dressmaking things. I have got one more thing that I've made that's for a collaboration that's been going on for a few months, and once everybody has done theirs, I will catch you up with mine. Yeah, it's finished. It's literally just behind you. I just need to put some poppers on it. So yeah, I will get that finished and then I can share that with you soon. And then next on my list is sewing some blouses because it's April now. We need to crack on. Anyway, it's been lovely to catch up with you. Let me know what you're sewing, what you've been making. And thank you once again if you've been so lovely and donated to my Just Giving page or you donated to Sam's D-Stash. And a massive thank you again to Sam. I love you to pieces. Well, happy sewing, lovely ones, and I will see you soon. Bye. Mwah.